Okay, we should be live now. It has been a few months since I've done a proper live stream, so I'm not positive I've done everything correctly. There's a lot of things that have changed in my setup since the last video I did. Okay, we should be live now. Although I just heard my voice come through on the stream, so that sounds good. All right. Well, as usual, we've got the chat up here on the left, so I can see anything you guys say. Feel free to ask questions as we go, or let me know if anything's funky with the audio. So, I've got a couple little ideas here to play with. They're just on the electric piano for now, but we'll develop them out into a proper song very soon as we decide in a direction to go. And I'm writing music mostly for commercials, advertisements, TV background music. So it's going to be fun, upbeat pop music. Yeah, so here's the idea I came up with a couple hours ago. It's a little bouncy, fun melody. How's it going, the ultimate Oreo? Okay, so this little melody thing is what I'm happiest about with this. The rest I could take or leave. It's just going to be kind of connective material between the choruses, which is really the only part of these songs I care that much about. So, just to play this melody one more time. And you see I notched down the tempo just a little bit because I want this kind of a mid-tempo thing. So, without further ado, let's start getting a rhythm section filled out. Let's see what built-in drums we have in Ableton. See, I actually kind of like that. That kind of thing I think will be good. So let's get... I don't know why I hit the hi-hat there. So I have one of Ableton's grooves running in here, and I can swap out this groove globally throughout the entire song, meaning it'll affect every instrument I have in here, so that we can get a more aggressive 16th note swing like this. Or if I want almost no swing. I want somewhere in the middle there. Yeah, that sounds good. I want to make sure we're not clipping. Just pulling the volume back a little bit. Cool. I'm not actually going to have this running. This is just our demo track. I like to sketch all my melodies on an electric piano. It's just a sound I'm really comfortable playing around with, like a Rhodes or whirly kind of thing. So what's our chord progression here? Is it just those 8 bars? Yeah, or 4 bars. Wow. Cool. So, nice, simple, fun chord progression here. Gonna try to keep things vaguely organized. This is the electric bass, just in case we get another bass involved. And you'll notice I'm just playing around in session view right now. I will move over to arrangement view soon when I start actually sketching out the song, but for now I'm just getting little pieces. So I like to play with these loops for now. Cool. I'm going to be using Contact a lot, as always. It's just a fantastic library. I've got some really nice sample libraries in here. Nice collection over the years. I had one flub in there. That's why I love MIDI. How's it going, Metaneo guy? Metaneo guy? I don't know. And the last and final, well, maybe not final piece of this rhythm section, but a very important part is, of course, my favorite little sweetener of the... Oh, where is it? It's under percussion. Okay. My favorite little rhythm section sweetener, and that's the tambourine. That's the one. So I just pulled up Splice here with an online sample library for a nice little monthly subscription fee. You get a crazy amount of samples to download each month. There's a few that I use in just about everything, and then every once in a while I'll go looking for some kind of specific sound I think I need for that. Cool. That sounds great. I'm going to throw a little compression on these drums, make them fatten up a little bit. I'm just playing around with drum sounds for a second. Okay, I do have Valhalla here. That's the J-Bridge version. I'd rather use the actual native 64. Oh, it's still. Okay, whatever. Nope. Room, please. Thank you. I'll probably change these drum sounds a bit later, but for now that works for me. I need a little more bass out of this bass. Cool. So I think that's our chorus rhythm section. I don't feel a big need to muddy it up with too much else. I might add a little bit of organ or something later. I'm not sure. Let's get a... I think this is probably a good time to move over to arrangement view. So I'm just going to shift select these four guys, drag them over to the arrangement view button, and there they are, ready to go. And I'll just drag out these loops, and we're rolling. And I probably will start off this song pretty much with the chorus. I usually like to start these off with the chorus because, as I said at the beginning, these are for advertisements, commercials, stuff like that. And when clients are browsing through the library, you want the first thing they hear to be super awesome, and that's usually the chorus of the song. So I'm going to focus in our arrangement on that chorus. So let's see about a lead here. I might just scroll through Ableton's leads for a second. I'm going to hate everything. I just want to scroll just out of curiosity. Why? Why would they put those in there? Okay, I'm done doing that because that's just unpleasant. I am going to get our little melody rolling in here, and I'm literally going to play it in with just a... I don't want Max for Live. What are you doing? Okay. Just a simple electronic piano. That actually might be part of the final lead sound. I'm not sure. And that's our melody. It's so cheesy. I love it. I have a deep, unironic love for very cheesy pop music. Makes me very happy. Because all the other stuff I write is this really intense metal music, so this balances me out in a nice way. All right, and let's run a loop over that. And now go hunting for a halfway decent lead sound. I'm going to go right to Serum, which is my usual synthesizer. Let's get a really tightly unisoned saw lead. And I know for a fact I'm probably going to want a little bit of legato portamento thing going on here. That's sounding pretty decent. I'm going to get a bandpass filter to follow that. And maybe a little bit of envelope on that. I'm not sure. Let's see. That's too much. That's too far. That's too far in that direction. And now's about the time I'm going to start getting some echo and delay going. Let's get ping pong delay, because simple delay is terrible. Any good recommendations for VSTs that will run in Pro Tools 11? So I'm not sure if this is specifically what you meant, but VSTs are generally not going to run in Pro Tools at all without some kind of wrapper. I think FXpansion is the one people were using for a while. But if you just mean plugins in general, my go-to plugins for just about everything Alloy is my favorite EQ outside of like the built-in Ableton stuff. We used it a lot back at college. I'm sure you remember Sean pulling this up now and then. So Alloy is like a great all-purpose Swiss Army knife of a plugin. EQ, transient designer, harmonic exciter, a couple dynamics processors, a de-esser, and a limiter. It's awesome. If you're getting anything, get that. Valhalla Vintage Verb, which you see me using right here, actually, is an outstanding reverb for only $50. It's got a lot of great sounds in it. Yeah, those would be my 2 recommendations. Okay. So that's our mono lead kind of thing. And I'm going to group this up into our lead category because we're going to get some other synths involved. Glock. I've decided to layer this up with a little octave piano line. I should just make this a preset. I use it so often. Okay, this is all sounding really good. I like the melody. It's a little too cheery for me. I'm going to try to introduce something a little edgier, a little electric guitar. Let's see how this goes. No problem, Alan. Good to hear from you. Alan and I went to college together. I have a guitar pick. There's one. When in doubt, there's always a guitar pick somewhere on the floor. At least at my house. Let me see if I can angle this camera so you can see what I'm doing on guitar. Ooh, let me take a second to talk about my little Christmas present to myself. So you'll notice I have distortion on this guitar already without having set up an amp sim or anything in there. And that's because I'm running the Antelope Discrete 8, which is my new audio interface. It's replaced the Scarlett that was running my studio for a long time. And that is this guy here. How do I close this window? So this is the interface for that, And you'll notice on my preamp 2 channel, which is where this is plugged in, I have a guitar amp and guitar cab set up. I have a little like dual rectifier kind of thing. So I can have, you know, all kinds of effects running on the interface. This is an outboard DSP, just like if you've seen the Apollo stuff by Universal Audio. This is the same idea. This is all being handled in the interface before it even hits the computer. So because of that, there is no load on my processor. I can stack up tons of distorted guitars without incurring any kind of penalty by, you know, having 30 instances of bias in my Pro Tools. So it's very nice to have. I forgot I had it on, so I was surprised when the distortion was there. Cool. Sounds great. And that's just the kind of tone I would like for this. So let's throw that in here as well. Okay, I'm having the same problem I had. So when I designed this guitar, the custom order I did at Carvin, I put no dots on the neck because I thought it looked super cool, and it does. But it makes it impossible to play without a light source behind me. So, give me 2 seconds. I wish I had my phone down here. And studio light. There we go. So, real quick, Victor says, hey, Victor, good to hear from you. Victor says, do I use bias effects for recording my VGM covers? Mostly. I would say most of the tracks I did in the last year used bias for both the rhythm and lead guitars. The one I just did last week, Death Egg, was actually all this interface. It was all the Antelope guitar. So you'll notice that's a slightly different tone. It's really good. I like it better for certain things, and I like bias better for other stuff. And then every once in a while, I jump back to Guitar Rig. Like this week, I'm doing Lava Reef Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is gonna be fun. And I'm using Guitar Rig on that one because it just sounded better. And in just about all these cases, instead of using the built-in cab sim, I use a plugin called Recabinet, with some proprietary cab IRs that I have lying around from a whole bunch of stuff I've found. I'll do a video on that, on guitar tone in general, very soon. Steve says, hey, I just subbed after seeing your Sonic Robotnik themes. Thank you so much. That's one of my favorite videos I've done. I love all those boss themes so much. I wish I could just make covers of that theme over and over again. It's so good. But there's plenty more boss music out there for me to cover. Boss music is always the best part of a game. Have you noticed that? Really gets you pumped up. Okay, here's our guitar part. That's a guitar part. That wasn't half bad. It came out a lot better than I was frankly expecting it to, for throwing a random distorted guitar into this cheesy bubblegum pop mix. I'm going to double that up with a second guitar part. I'm going to try something different for this one. Let's see if this works. It might not. Oh no, not that track. This one, please. It got too busy. I didn't like that. So I'm just going to do the same thing with different voicings on this side. I forgot how to play guitar. That worked. What just happened? Anybody else see that? What just happened? That was weird. Gotta get rid of that little tap my hand is doing on there. Let's just put a gate over the whole thing. That's much better. Okay. And just for sheer curiosity's sake, I actually want to see if a guitar playing that lead sounds any good, or if it's dumb, or what. But let's see. If I played it right, it would have been really good. Closer. There it is. I think we're getting yeah. No, why do you keep asking me if you want to close? I don't understand. Yeah, I think that's going really well. What the heck is going on? Ableton's acting weird. Is there some button combo I keep hitting or some key combination? It's very strange. So, I think that's a chorus right there. Also, I hope the audio is better because, for one thing, I don't know if you noticed this while I had that mixer up, I actually have the computer audio running through the discrete. It's got like a built-in loopback function, which means I can stream audio straight from this thing instead of having to set up some crazy thing inside Ableton that's pushing stuff out to OBS. Which was just terrible and never worked and always was super laggy. So I hope this is a lot. It seems like it's going to be a lot better. I think this is one of the main reasons I bought this thing, is so I could stream properly again. And I've been really happy with it. Also, they were running this promotion where you get a free microphone with it too. That should be in soon. And I'll definitely do like a review of that when it comes in. I think that's going to be really cool. It's one of those new modeling microphones, so you can say, I want this to sound like, you know, this, you know, vintage condenser microphone or a 57 or whatever. can be whatever you want it to be. Okay, I think it's time we move on from the chorus. I'm going to pop back to our session view here and listen to what I had written for a verse. I like to do kind of a verse-chorus structure for this sort of thing. Even though it doesn't have any words, I still like it to follow that same A, B, A, B, C, B, I think. Except we're throwing a chorus up front, so it is going to be a little different than that, but we'll have fun. Oh, stop. Can we? That's all I got. Okay. So we got a G, B minor 7, B minor 7, cool. C, 2, 5, 1. Okay. Even though I'm not doing anything crazy technical, chord-wise or anything, it's nice to have just a little bit of music theory to inform what you're doing. I plan on doing some music theory videos at some point. If anybody's interested in that, please let me know. Or if there's anything else you want me to cover in a lesson video or something. I'm really still trying to figure out what I'm going to do content-wise this year. I know I'm going to keep doing the cover videos because I love doing that. That's like the focus, the heart of the channel. And these live streams are really fun too, so I'm going to try to get this back up on a weekly basis. But I also would like to do some lesson videos, some more product reviews, a little bit of everything. I actually can just pull this piano part I had already recorded. Cool. And we can turn that into a bass part as well. There you go. Oops. And I think this is a good time to sketch out the overall structure of the song. So, what is our... It's been forever since I've been in Ableton. What's our... Is there a shortcut for add locator? I'll figure it out later. Ableton add location shortcut. Oh, there's a button for it. This seems to be a question people have asked. Oh, Control K, key map it. That's dumb. Okay. I guess there's a button somewhere up here. No, there's no button. They lied. Oh, it's that. It's set. Okay. All right, whatever. This is going to be verse 1. This will be the pre-chorus. Let's pull that in while we're at it. Get over there. Get over here. Okay. There's our second chorus. There's our second verse, and there's our second pre-chorus. Be consistent with my naming conventions. There we go. I'm just going to lay down some drums. Where'd you go, drums? There you are. That hi-hat is killing me, turning it down. We're going to make the tambourine a little quieter in the verse too. Too cheesy with that last chord, that last fill. Just second guessing some of my kick drum choices here. Hang on. And there it is. I'll smooth all these out after I'm done composing the whole thing, you know? Let's get a bass line in there. So what is this? A, E, D. Okay. I have a lot of trouble remembering what I've already written. Really close to a perfect take there. I think I dropped the ball on this note. I say that should have been an and. Let's see if that was right. Cool. That was it. So that is probably most of the material in this song, as far as structure of it goes. And we can copy and paste. Now you'll notice I only dropped half the pre-chorus in there. I like to change up the structure just a little bit on the second go-around, just to make sure there's actually a reason to have that material there, because otherwise it's just a minute-long song, you know, that happens twice. So the second verse I like to change up a little bit, the structure and the instrumentation. Give you some options if you're using it for something. All right. Let's get some, I want to throw a limiter on here. Get a little more beef out of the whole mix. Let's see what we're working with. Oh, jeez, I left the loop on. See how empty it sounded before I put that tambourine in there? Tambourine makes everything better. It's the key to good music. I will put a tambourine in a, you know, deathcore track. It's so good. Okay, I want to get a something in this verse, something textural. It's probably going to be some kind of guitar rhythm thing going on in the background. That's chorus, lead guitar. So I can see all the letters there, and then verse guitar. Imagine if after that chorus it was just this heavy, genty breakdown. Just that'd be ridiculous. Okay. Something simple on a G note, most likely. Whoa, 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 not from the beginning there. See, something simple, easy. And now we're going to do a clean guitar, which means I should change this amp. Let's see where this goes. I couldn't hear that at all. Nice. A little too smooth, maybe? I don't know. We'll put it in the background. I think I definitely want to introduce an organ or something there. What the heck is this? Why is it doing that? No, don't close. What am I hitting that's causing it to do that? That's very strange. I wonder if there's some kind of buffer size thing changing underneath everything, and Ableton's freaking out about that. I'm still figuring out how some of the buffer size and streaming settings and stuff work with this new Antelope interface, so maybe that's it. I don't know. Let's get another instance of Contact on here. And then I think it's time to clean up my tracks because they're getting a little messy over here. All right, I'm going to try a few rough ideas here. I have no idea. That's probably not going to be it. That's fun, but I don't know if it's appropriate. Story of my production career. Let's see if that works in here. 50-50 shot. Why would you start there? I want you to start there. Okay, that was kind of fun. How's it going, Zeusbot? Good to hear from you. I think that organ was heading in the right direction, right? That. Can I make tabs of the Flying Battery Zone? Yes, that's one I've had a lot of requests for. I have tabs of all my newer songs on my Patreon page, but Flying Battery Zone is not on there. I do plan on doing that in the next few weeks, maybe the next couple months or so. But for now, all my other songs do have tabs on there, if you want to check those out. Not get that. I might slow this tempo down because I'm a really terrible keyboard player. Why can I not land a B7 chord? Why is it that hard? Jeez. Please. I don't even have it written out right now. I'm sorry. That was it. Maybe this could play that little upbeat, almost reggae upbeat thing I was trying to do on the guitar. Let's see if this works. Nope, already don't like it. Stopping there. Thank you so much, Zeusbot. I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. I'm going to get a second very light organ to play just in the choruses, and just to literally play block chords, nothing interesting. And the reason I made a separate second track is I want to mix them just slightly differently. Probably going to have this one be a little further back in the background because there's a lot more going on in the chorus. Thank you so much, Brian. Gotta remember how the chorus goes now. Turn on the metronome. Yeah, but not that far back in the mix, Dean. Okay, we'll have it up front for now just so I can hear what I'm actually playing. That'll work. Might even just do right-hand chords. It's kind of missing something. As you can see, my wife added a new Facebook photo. I thought I'd turn notifications off. First half of that was much better, and I'm stopping it there. If it looks like magic when I'm adjusting these drawbars, it's because it is. I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you so much, Andres. And Junior Salinas. When do I do a studio live with guitar? Like a live guitar performance in the studio? I've thought about doing that kind of thing. I don't know. That could be really fun. I think I'm going to do a few more of these studio live streams. Doing production just to really get back into the swing of live streaming audio because I'm still not super confident in making everything sync up just right and look good and sound good. But I would like to do like a little live concert on YouTube sometime. I think that'd be fun, especially playing all my old covers and stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do something like that in the next couple months. The metronome playing. I was like, man, there's a weird woodblock playing the whole time. I don't like it. I was just testing to make sure it worked, but I actually really liked that melody. I don't know, some of that was probably good, right? Hope you do a live with guitar because the sound is beautiful. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Okay, I like that melody. I'm going to get it on a second track here because I don't want to disturb what I've got going on mix-wise for that. So this will be, get out of that group, please. Thank you. Verse bells. I want to just kind of drown this in echo. And reverb. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Nice little simple end to that melody. So I think that might be what sets our second verse apart from our first verse. Green Ranger 1987 says, when I'm at work, I always listen to your cover songs of Mega Man X, especially when the beat drops. Yes, the Zero's theme from the original Mega Man X is just one of the coolest, like, guitar rock songs in video game music. Mega Man X has the best guitars of any video game, in my opinion. I mean, there's like Double Dragon and stuff like that up there too, but the Mega Man X stuff in particular is just so rock and roll. It's so good. Thank you so much, Green Ranger. I think I'm going to save this for the second go-round. That'll be the thing that I was looking for to set our second verse apart from the first, I think. So in that case, I will actually do a full second pre-chorus as well, now that we have something to separate it. And finally, am I really going to finish this song in an hour and a half? That's crazy. This is the fastest I've ever gotten this far in a song. Usually I get bored and stop halfway through or something, but I've gotten into a good flow with this. So like I said, I have a chorus right up front, but I want to do something a little different with this first chorus. I'm going to cut out a couple of the instruments, kind of strip it down a little. And that way when the first real chorus hits, it hits really hard. But you get the idea of the melody up front in the song. And a lot of pop songs do this. You'll hear this a lot if you really listen for it. So things we're going to save in here. I definitely need this tambourine loop. I think we can cut the electric bass, which I'm just going to deactivate it for now. If you hit the 0 on the number pad, you can just deactivate a clip instead of deleting it, just in case you change your mind for later. And this drum kit is definitely going. And I think we're going to drop that and the lead electric guitar and definitely this organ. So that leaves us with just a few instruments, and I'm going to do something else to this, which is add a little bit of automation to cut out a lot of frequencies from this. So I'm going to start by just cutting out the lows in this electric guitar all the way up to like 670, 700 hertz. And then I'm going to just pull back the highs a bit. So we end up with this mellow, almost like transistor radio or telephone kind of effect. And that'll save us a lot of energy there. And I'm going to copy that effect. You know, I'm only going to do this for half of the first chorus because I want the second half to still hit you. So we're going to write in some automation. Right there is where this whole plugin is just going to turn off, and you'll hear all those frequencies come back in as soon as it hits that line. So that automation is going to go on a few different tracks here. It's going to go on this acoustic piano, and you'll notice if I say show automation, it does the same thing right there. And were there any other tracks? No, I think that's okay. And we left our, did we leave our lead? Yes, good. Yeah, and we're going to bring everybody back in at that point. I'm going to save the organ for the real chorus. And I want... I'm going to have a little, just a little drum fill at the beginning here. Cool. And I am going to throw just a little of that same... Where'd it go? That same EQ automation on our lead, but it's not going to be as extreme. No, I want that there. And I think we're going to add one of my favorite secret weapons, and that's a contact library called Rise and Hit, which is an awesome, what am I going to use? This one, I love this one. This is a library of just sounds going whoosh, which sounds like a ridiculous thing to have a library of, but it's really nice to have just at your fingertips when you need it. So, can I cut this down to just 2 beats? Yeah. Okay. That might be excessive. We might cut out some of the layers in that, but I can use that. That hits in 2 beats. Okay, so I need to hit this on beat 3 of the last measure of our intro. I don't like that that wash afterwards, so I'm gonna cut that. We're going to do the same thing there. Not permanently, or not for any long period of time. Just for those 2 beats. And we'll throw another one of those guys in here. Whoops, wrong button. I'm okay with the tail on that one. I think that's good. Only thing I don't like is a little bit of syncopation at the end there. It's a bit too out for this. Not convinced I like those notes. I'm going to deactivate them for now. And all right. Getting close to the end on this one, I think. I want to do a double chorus at the end for sure, but I'd like to drop out a little bit of stuff at the beginning of this chorus. Do kind of a fake out there. throw some hand claps in there. Do I have any hand claps that aren't terrible? I don't know. You know what? This is a... This is an opportunity for Splice.com. Let's see. Sounds. Can I get a loop? Of live claps. That's actually kind of along the lines of what I'm looking for. I didn't need to hear that again. Thank you. Nope. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for, though. That nice... Just without, like, the vocals. All right, you don't need 10 minutes of me auditioning claps. I'll go through those later. But you get the idea of what I'm looking for there, right? You know, as stupid as that one is, I am actually going to just throw it in there for now. I might keep it. I don't know. I don't like to have any vocals in these. But maybe I'll make an exception. I might be able to use some creative gating to get those vocals out of there. I don't want them out of there. I just want them much, much lower. Not like that. Nah, it's not working in the least. Maybe I can layer a real clap in there or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out for that. Let's see how that works in context. Oh, it'd be cool if they were clapping on time, right? What the heck? I just don't like it there. It's getting deactivated for now. Oh well. And then let's drop a full chorus in at the end. And I think that might be all for now. Okay, time to put ozone on this and render out a rough demo for me to listen to in the car all week. That's the true test. If I don't hate it after listening to it in the car all week, then I post it somewhere. And for an ending, we're going to do the reverse. We're going to drop everybody out again. about that ending. Thank you so much, Andre Garcia. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Very nice to hear from all of you. Very good to be back live streaming. I can't 100% say I'm going to do this every week, but I'm really, really going to try. It's so much fun, and I make so much music when I do this because I have people staring at me watching me make music. And that means I can't, tab over to Facebook or Reddit or, jump into a Steam game or something. I just have to make music for a couple hours straight. And that is one of the most motivating things ever. So thank you for that. At the next live stream, we will probably spend a minute or two finishing this up before starting a next track. So you'll hear the finished track then, and then it will go on to probably my Audio Jungle portfolio. I'll link to that below so you can check it out and see what kind of music I usually write during these, and what kind of thing I'm going for in general. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful night.